Good day. You know, Dr. Wonder always tries to be careful when he's working in the lab. He doesn't want to make a mistake. But no matter how careful he is, accidents sometimes happen. Anyway, today, Dr. Wonder's working on his robot. I'm a little concerned that I saw a bad electrical cord. I hope he doesn't step on it. If he does, he'll get a bad electrical shock, and then who knows what will happen. Anyhow, now watch for these signs. Continue. Continue. Think. Point to your head. Think. Never give up. Enjoy yourself. Here you go.
There's a special place I know where I always love to go. Come with me, I'll take you there. Dr. Wonder's workshop. Dr. Wonder and his crew have a big surprise for you. They can talk with just their hands. Dr. Wonder's workshop. Come and see this amazing place for you and me. You'll see things you want to grab in this great inventor's lab. You may never want to leave. Dr. Wonder's workshop. Dr. Wonder's workshop.
Oh, hey, there you are. Hi there. It's always nice to see you. How are you? This robot is having a bad day. Something's wrong with him. Ever since I asked him to bring me a glass of milk. He brought the milk but spilled it all over himself. Then he started acting really strange. I've been looking at it and looking at it, but I don't know what's wrong.
Hi, Doc. What's wrong? Is it broken?
No. But he's sick. He's just not feeling too good.
I see.
I'm trying to see what's going on. Maybe he needs to wake up. Maybe he's asleep.
Doc, are you okay? Oh, Doc! Doc! Oh, no! Wait. Doc! What should I do? Here. Drink this. I got shocked. Electricity. Ow. That went right up my arm. That hurt. That's not funny. It hurts.
Huh?
No, he's not.
Down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Look at him.
Yeah, look at him. A new hairstyle and that expression on his face. Hey, that's kind of cool.
No.
Hey, that shocked me. Oh.
Isn't it clear? He isn't himself. Something happened to him. What happened?
No. Don't touch him. You'll be shocked just touching him. Oh. Doc was working on the robot trying to fix him. Then he stepped on an extension cord and it got electrified. I didn't know what to do. I tried to help, but I just can't. I keep getting shocked.
Oh, he looks bad.
Yes.
This is serious.
He's alive. Oh, no.
Maybe he needs some oil. Let's oil him up.
No.
That's not it.
Hey, that's pretty cool. You look just like a robot walking around here. That's pretty funny, Dr. Wonder.
That is not not funny, funny.
That's not funny. That's what he said.
Come back. Come back.
Yes. Yes. Come here. Come sit down. Sit down. Sit. Sit. Oh, no. Sit. No, okay. He's no longer himself. It's like he's no longer a human being. There's no emotion or passion, no life in him. He's actually a robot. You stole his life. Oh.
No. I think I can make him laugh. He always laughs at me. Watch
Come on.
this.
Let's see.
Ah.
Oh, nothing. Nothing.
You think you funny, not.
Oh, we've got to think. Oh, I know. Let me see. He's always ticklish. He always jumps at every poke I make. Let's try that.
Try it.
Yeah.
Careful of the electricity.
Electricity. Ow. Ow. Nothing. I can't believe it.
Didn't work.
Come on, you guys. We've got to think of something. We can't just give up on him. We've got to keep at it.
That's right.
Yeah.
I know. He loves cupcakes. Especially with icing on them. He just gobbles them up. I believe that will work. Hold on.
Yeah. I hope that works.
Let's see. Here's a cupcake. You know you love them. Oh, it's not working.
What are we gonna do? Oh.
Come on. We had so many different memories and so many different adventures with Dr. Wonder. We can't give up on him just like he wouldn't give up on us.
We can't give up on him. No matter the state he's in, the moods he goes through, the mistakes he makes. One way or another, we have to keep trying until we find something that works.
You're right. We can't give up. No matter what. We have to put our heads together and figure something out.
Yes.
Think.
Here you go. What if we bring his family here? He'll be surprised and excited. Maybe jolt him out of this. What do you think?
No, we can't do that. We can't. If his family comes here and they speak with him and it doesn't work, the family's gonna be heartbroken. That has to be the absolute last resort.
Right. True. Got to keep on thinking.
Hey, what? Where's Pops? Maybe he'll have an idea.
Look at the time. Right now he's flying over Kansas City.
Right. Yes. Pops is flying out to Denver to visit his family, remember? He's in a plane right now.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Billy, what? You're the electronics wizard. What do you think we should do?
I don't know. I've been thinking and nothing's coming to my mind. He just doesn't seem to be human. He's become a machine.
Yes, that's it. I can't believe we didn't think of this before. Ever since this happened, we've been thinking all wrong. No,
What?
don't you see? We've been treating him as human. But he's not acting like that. He's acting like a machine. So we have to treat him like he's a machine, like an electrical machine.
I don't get it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Dr. Wonder has become a machine because of an electronic blow-up. Maybe we need to find a way to discharge him so that he becomes human again and becomes himself again.
Well, it's worth a try to see if it works.
Yeah, okay. We need a 60-watt light bulb. Do you have that?
Sure, in my office. There's one in the storage room, on one of the shelves.
Great. Okay, now Paula, I need a 20-gauge wire. I think I have some on my table there on the top. Can you get that for me?
Sure. Okay.
Here we go.
Perfect. Let's just wrap this around here like this.
Here's a light bulb.
All right. Stick this here like this. Let's see if this works. Well, keep your fingers crossed.
Now what do we do?
Let's try this again with the cupcake.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, yeah!
Yes! Oh, Dad, you're back! You're back!
Yay!
Yes!
Hi kids! Hey, I'd like to share a story with you today about the never giving up. Oh yes, just to keep on keeping on. The story comes from Genesis, chapter 39. And the story talks about a man named Joseph. One day, Joseph's brothers captured him and sold him into slavery and sent him off to Egypt. Now, there was an Egyptian by the name of Potiphar, who was the head of the king's officers. And he bought Joseph and put him to work in his household. Well, the Lord showed favor on Joseph, and everything that Joseph did became successful. Potiphar saw that and decided to give him more responsibilities. Potiphar saw that it didn't matter where Joseph went. Whatever he did was made successful because the Lord showed a favor on him. The Lord was certainly with him. So, Potiphar put Joseph in charge of everything that he had. But Potiphar's wife started flirting with Joseph. She saw that he was handsome and well-built. And she kept trying to get Joseph to go to bed with her. Oh, no. I can't do that. I am here only to work. But Potiphar's wife would not give up. She flirted with him and tried to get his attention. And Joseph said, "No, I can't. You're my boss's wife. It would be against God to do something with you." Then he ran out of the house. Well, one day, Joseph was working in the house. There weren't any other servants around. No one around to see what was happening. Potiphar's wife came up to Joseph again and pulled on his garment to get his attention. Joseph fought against her and pushed her off of him. Then he took off, leaving his garment in the hands of Potiphar's wife. She was so mad, she began to cry out to her servants for them to hear. and made up a story that Joseph had attacked her. And she had his garment as a proof. The servants were shocked, and they started talking about it. Word got to Potiphar, who came to see what was happening. And the servants told Potiphar about the Hebrew who had tried to take advantage of his wife. Potiphar became so angry that he ordered Joseph to be thrown into jail and locked into shackles. But the story doesn't end there. The warden of the jail noticed Joseph and noticed how the Lord took mercy on him and showed favor on him. Over time, Joseph worked his way right out of that jail and became famous and powerful. Wow! So, never give up, eh?
Never give up, never, never give up. Trust the Lord to see you through. Never give up, never, never give up. He will make a way for you. He will make a way for you. Joseph was a special guy, apple of his father's eye. But his brothers' jealousy made them mean as they could be. One day they grabbed Joseph and sold him to a caravan. He became a slave that day, but you still heard Joseph say, never give up, never, never give up. Trust the Lord to see you through. Never give up, never, never give up. He will make a way for you. He will make a way for you. Joseph's master told a tale. She had Joseph thrown in jail. There he met two other men. They had dreams that bothered them. Joseph was the best, it seems, helping to interpret dreams. He explained each little clue. Everything he said came true. One night Pharaoh had a dream, woke him up and made him scream. He brought Joseph out of jail to explain this frightening tale. Joseph was so calm and wise, really opened Pharaoh's eyes. He put Joseph in command, made him ruler of the land. Never give up, never, never give up. Trust the Lord to see you through. Never give up, never, never give up. He will make a way for you. Never give up, never, never give up. Trust the Lord to see you through. Never give up, never, never give up. He will make a way for you. He will make a way for you. Yeehaw!
We thought we'd lost you for good. It was awful.
Wow. Well, thank you for not giving up on me. Wow. I really appreciate that.
We would never give up on you. We would keep on trying.
Thank you, Paula. And Billy, that was great thinking. You kept at it until you figured out how to bring me back. Back.
Oh, the robot again.
Back.
Oh,
Again?
Back.
Cut it out.
I'm just teasing.
Oh, you.
Joker.
That's really not nice.
I guess we'll have to get rid of this robot. I don't want any of you to become a robot.
Wait. The robot's been with us since the first day Dr. Wonder's workshop opened. He's like our mascot.
that's true.
True.
We didn't give up on you. We can't give up on our robot.
It would be wrong to do that.
That's true.
I think we can fix this easy enough. His right arm's broken. That'd be easy enough to fix.
Oh,
Really?
there's a spare arm in the storage room. On the shelves. Do you want it?
Yeah.
Well, if the two of you can fix the little guy, it would be nice to keep him around.
Yes. Let's go fix it now.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wow.
So, would you like a cup of my world famous hot chocolate?
Oh, yes. Oh, my. That was a very interesting day. I hope I don't ever go through that again. But you saw, I have wonderful friends who never gave up on me. And even when things looked bad, they trusted God to give them wisdom and to help them figure out how to bring me back again. Wow, it's wonderful to have friends. And that's the way God is too. No matter what happens, He'll never give up on you. Never.
Ta-da! It's all finished, all fixed, with a new arm good as new.
What? So soon? Impressive.
Well, yeah. It's quick when you know what you're doing. We got it taken care of.
Hey, now. It's not that easy.
It looks good.
Looks fine. Well, I'm glad you came today to Dr. Wonder's workshop. Come again soon. Bye.
So what will this guy do now?
He can do lots of different things. He can throw, he can stand up, he can dance. Yeah, lots of different things. Cool.
Come. Stand up. Stand up. Dance.
Come on, stand
Get
up.
Come on.
Come on, come on.
Stand up. Now, dance.
Cool.